Please rise. Please be seated. Good morning to all friends, family, and loved ones. We are gathered here today to celebrate and join Lauren Nicodemus and Seth Shaw in the bonds of holy matrimony and in the presence of God and amongst all who are here. The very first human words spoken by man in the scriptures are of him delighting in his wife, as he declares, "This is now bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh." And he delights that God has provided a helper suitable to him. In the book of Proverbs, we read that an excellent wife is the crown of her husband, and that he who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord. Indeed, God has richly blessed both you, Seth, and you, Lauren, as you have found one another, and he has brought you together to this beautiful moment to become one flesh. In talking with both of you, you've shared with me some of the moments that have led you here today. Whether it was a date at Giraldi's or some homemade fajitas, new cabinets in the kitchen, or often just time well spent with Lauren's family. However, you both also mentioned that as memorable as these moments were, it was often in the little things that you have come to truly love and cherish one another. such as coming home from work to an immaculately clean house. Yes, including clean floors as well. Or even just getting small text messages throughout a busy day at work that simply read, "Thinking of you." I asked both Lauren and Seth individually to define commitment. And I asked them, what does commitment look like in a future with your fiance? They each replied similarly, emphasizing that their covenant of commitment would be built daily on trust and support, on love and devotion, in both times of good and times of misfortune, and in all the ups and downs of life. To quote Seth directly, he stated that it's not always going to be perfect, and not every day is going to be smooth. But commitment is not just something to toss aside or give up on, and we will stand by one another and uplift one another in our daily decisions. If anyone knows the ups and downs of life, it is certainly Seth and Lauren, as many of you who are here today know each of their stories. You may not even know that actually the day after they got proposed, the day after they were engaged, was right when the country entered the global pandemic and shut down. Talk about some ups and downs. And yet, amidst all the craziness of this year alone, we are finally here to this beautiful moment. It reminds me of the 2006 pop music hit, "The Sweet Escape," by musical artist and 3-time Grammy winner Gwen Stefani, in which she sang, "Woohoo, yee-hoo, woohoo, yee-hoo, woohoo, yee-hoo, woohoo, yee-hoo." She also said, "If I could escape and recreate a place of my own world, and I could be your favorite girl forever, perfectly together, tell me, boy, now wouldn't that be sweet?" And indeed, how sweet it is to bear witness to the promise that you will make to one another today in this marriage covenant. Seth and Lauren will now declare their intentions for one another and exchange rings as outward physical signs of their inward eternal promise to love and honor one another as husband and wife. Seth and Lauren, I now ask you that you hold hands and face one another. Do you, Seth, take Lauren to be your lawfully wedded wife?
I do.
Do you, Lauren, take Seth to be your lawfully wedded husband?
I do.
Having heard your intentions to marry one another, Seth, please repeat after me. I, Seth,
I, Seth,
in the presence of God and all who are gathered here,
in the presence of God and all that are gathered here,
take you, Lauren, to be my lawfully wedded wife in holy matrimony,
to be my lawfully wedded wife in holy matrimony,
to honor and keep, to love and to cherish,
to honor and keep, and love and cherish,
in sickness and in health, for richer or poorer,
in sickness and in health, and richer and for poor,
for better or worse,
for better or worse,
and to have and to hold from this day forward,
and to have and to hold from this day forward,
for as long as we both shall live.
for as long as we both shall live.
Lauren, please repeat after me. I, Lauren,
I, Lauren,
in the presence of God and all who are gathered here,
in the presence of God and all who are gathered here,
take you, Seth, to be my lawfully wedded husband,
take you, Seth, to be my lawfully wedded husband,
in holy matrimony,
in holy matrimony,
to honor and keep, and to love and to cherish,
to honor and keep, and to love and to cherish,
in sickness and in health, for richer or poorer,
in sickness and in health, for richer or poorer,
for better or worse,
for better or worse,
to have and to hold from this day forward,
to have and to hold from this day forward,
for as long as we both shall live.
for as long as we both shall live.
At this time, you will present and exchange rings that you have for one another. Please present your rings. And Seth, you will now place this ring on Lauren's finger, and as you do so, please repeat after me. With this ring, I thee wed.
With this ring, I thee wed.
Lauren, as you take your ring, you place it along Seth's finger, please repeat after me. With this ring, I thee wed.
With this ring, I thee wed.
And so, by the authority entrusted to me by the great state of Arkansas, I now happily pronounce you husband and wife. Seth, you may now kiss your bride. I present Mr. and Mrs. Seth Shaw. Thank you for coming here today. Lauren and Seth have arranged a reception for all of their guests in this room beside us. So please now feel free to mingle and find a seat, and we will begin the meal shortly. Make yourselves at home, and Lauren and Seth will be available here in a few minutes and come out and join with all of you. So thank you.